The second annual Charleston Trucking Expo is rolling back to Chucktown. Join us Saturday, September 16th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Ladson Exchange Park to get the latest info and resources about the industry that keeps the world moving. There will be industry speakers, local vendors, raffle giveaways, CDL scholarships, a truck show, a food truck park, kids zone, and so much more. Bring the whole family. Kids are free. The second annual Charleston Trucking Expo, Saturday, September 16th.
It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. Now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, it's showtime, a little early. Well, kind of, sort of. Today, my start time was supposed to be 7 o'clock, but I couldn't wait. I was able to get here early. Shout out to the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show, Markel Bailey, CEO of Designer Cuts. He got me camera ready and early. So here I am. I come to you live. Normal start time, Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast. A programming note on Wednesday, August 30th. It's going to be the best of the Geno Jones Show. I'm like 99% certain we are going to be experiencing Tropical Storm Idalia. That's, as of now, a hurricane, and it's projected to hit the northwestern part of Florida, that kind of bend area where it bends in the panhandle, as a Category 3, so we want to lift up those in that area in prayer. Then what's left of it, the tropical storm force, it'll be reduced to a tropical storm by this time tomorrow, maybe tomorrow evening, maybe a little later, midnight, overnight, early Thursday morning. We will be experiencing the tropical storm version of Idalia. So there's a good chance that I could be losing power. So we're just going to do the best of the Geno Jones Show. It's going to be on tomorrow. But you know me, I might try to push through it anyway. But the best of, binge watch all your back episodes, the best of the Geno Jones Show. No live show scheduled on Wednesday, but we'll be back live, bigger and better than ever, on Thursday. Please subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. You and everybody you know, everybody that you like, that you love, folks you don't know, folks you don't like, strangers, aliens from outer space, folks you can't stand. Tell them all. Simply must-see TV, simply the best. We are now less than 30 new subscribers away from becoming a YouTube partner. That means I am less than 30 new subscribers away from getting a check from YouTube, because you'll see the YouTube ads. You saw an ad earlier for the Charleston Truck Expo, which is one of my local ads here. But I take national ads from all over. But YouTube is going to start running them ads on the show. And when you see that, just go cha-ching, cha-ching, because the brother will be getting a check. So continue to support black-owned businesses. And my black-owned business, speaking of black-owned businesses, shout out to the Montague Room. I guess in a few minutes is going to be the chef of the Montague Room. Man, this brother he is the Chef Kevin. He's going to be joining me shortly. So let me start. All right, listen. So is KeKe Palmer playing with us? Is she playing with our feelings and emotions? Is KeKe Palmer back with her baby daddy? Well, KeKe Palmer went live on Instagram over the weekend. Saturday was her birthday. She turned 30. And apparently, so she went live on Instagram and she was having dinner. And guess who she was having dinner with? No, not Usher. She was having dinner with her baby daddy, ex-boyfriend, maybe not so ex, Darius Jackson. And KeKe, she thanked Darius for showing her, making her birthday special. These were her words, and she said it was so sweet. So, maybe Darius is in on the joke. KeKe's doing some of her best Usher impersonation. I'm going to do it my way, and these are my confessions. All right, KeKe, I see you. I think you're playing with our emotions, but it's all good. Happy birthday today Today, August 29th, happy birthday to my man AJ Calloway. If you remember 106 in Park back in the day, back in the 90s, early 2000s, him and Free. So AJ, and then he was on a show called Extra. AJ Calloway, 49 today. Happy 49th birthday also to R&B singer from right up the street, Orangeburg, South Carolina. It's about 45 minutes north of where I am on the interstate I-26. Mario Winans, his big hit, I Don't Want to Know. Mario Winans is 49 today. Pebbles. Remember the song, Girlfriend, why you want to treat you so bad? And then my favorite, Mercedes Boys. Do you want to ride in my Mercedes, boy? Hell yeah, can I drive it myself? Do you? So Pebbles, and then she went on to manage TLC. Don't ask TLC. Don't ask T-Boz and Chili about Pebbles, because that didn't end well. Anyway, so now Pebbles is like a minister. Pebbles is a preacher. She's in Atlanta, known in Atlanta as Sister Perry. Perry Reed, even though she's not married to L.A. Reid, she married another dude. Anyway, Pebbles is 59 today. Happy 59th birthday, Pebbles. And the GOAT, the greatest of all time, the GOAT of all GOATs, the real GOAT, the greatest entertainer that ever stepped on a stage. Don't debate me, don't at me, don't even just say less. Don't even talk to me, because there's only one, Michael Jackson. Happy heavenly birthday, born on this day in 1958. So he would have been 65 today. Unfortunately, he died June 25th, 2009. Happy birthday, Michael Jackson. Happy birthday, Mike. You are my MFing man. My mother's watching, so Mike, I could try to clean it up a little bit. And today in Black History, and Governor Ron Death Wish, Ron the Nazi DeSantis, and Governor McMaster, because y'all in the banning books about Black history, which is American history. Today in American history / Black history, the first. So did you know there were actually 2 Civil Rights Acts that were signed? Now most people know about the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Well, did you know that the very first Civil Rights Act was signed on this day in 1957 by a Republican president? No, he wasn't a MAGA. That's a whole, he was, so Dwight D. Eisenhower would be considered a liberal Democrat today. MAGA would not embrace him. But today, on this date, 1957, former President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed the Civil Rights Act of 1957 that banned discrimination in hiring, promoting, and firing. Then in 1964, we had the Civil Rights Act that prohibited discrimination based on race, color, religion, sex, and national origin. And they still discriminated anyway. Then we had the Voting Rights Act of 1965, when they had the Fair Housing Rights Act of 1968. So today in Black history that they cannot ban. So let me bring on my guest. I'm really excited to introduce you to this young man. So on the weekends, Friday and Saturdays, I've been like the warm-up act, the hype man, stand up in between bands. They have live music every Wednesday through Sunday at the Montague Room. This got to be one of the sexiest, swankiest spots in America. No place, nowhere on the East Coast. I don't know if there's any place in America like the Montague Room. It's a restaurant, it's a bar, and they have they have a stage on the inside, and then they have an outdoor patio with a stage where they have live music on the outside. In the summertime, they have a huge bar. But the food is fabulous. And the chef of the Montague Room is a brother named Chef Kevin. As a matter of fact, Mr. Chef Kevin A. Griffin, I'm bringing to the screen. There you see him. Bam! Virgo rising, Virgo here, celebrating the big Virgo celebration this weekend. I think he told me he's going to be the big nickel, as I call it. Yeah, the big nickel, the big 5-0. I introduce to you, ladies and gentlemen, Chef Kevin. Chef, how we doing, brother?
Hey Geno, how you doing today?
Hey man, look, I'm honored that you wanted to join me. Listen, I'm biased, but the food is fabulous, you all. And everybody that has eaten there, they love the food, but they love the whole atmosphere. But this young man, this brother you see on the screen, uh, he's global, but he's got an very inspirational story. So, Chef Kevin, let's start off, man. Just talk about your journey. I mean, tell us, when did you know you wanted to be the chef, and your origins, and what led you to now being one of the more renowned chefs anywhere on the planet, let alone in the Carolinas here in America. So let's hear your story, man.
Well, it started off young, started off with my grandmother and my family background. In most black families, we have, people who can, as you say, can burn.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so my grandmother, she was like, okay, well, she said, you know what, I'm going to teach you, how to cook, because every man should know how to cook. You may find a wife who may not know how to cook, and you got to be responsible for your own stuff.
Wait, Chef, let me jump in. Was that your grandmother or your mother?
My grandmother.
Man, your grandmother and my grandmother could be related. Do you know my grandmother said the exact same thing to me and taught me how to cook for me. Now, I'm only a chef for me. I can't. Well, I cook for Damaris, but I'm no chef. But she said the exact. She said, I want you to be able to cook for yourself. No woman's gonna want to cook for you all the time. And when you're hungry, I want you to be able to go in the kitchen and eat. So it's funny that we share a similar story. I didn't do anything with it, but at least if I get hungry, I know how to go in the kitchen and put some fish in the oven and bake some fish. So
Right.
now, originally, where are you from?
I'm originally from Charleston.
Okay, all right.
I'm originally from Charleston. And my dad is originally from New York. And so my family, they have some Caribbean background. So I got the cooking bug from, all over my family, on both sides, my mother and father's side of the family. So, yeah. And I started off young. So I moved to New York when I was like 13 years old. So as I moved to New York, um, I began to look at the different dialects, the different, nationalities, and the way food is being prepared and the way, things is being cooked. So I immediately gravitated to that bug, and I've done a lot of different things, but I always revert back to that because that's where my passion was. Some people run from their passion, and I ran towards mine, not away from it.
So when did you know? At what age did you know this is my passion and this is what I want to do with my life?
Well, when I was 18, 19 years old, I have my auntie Renee, and a cousin of ours who owns the fish house on Rockaway Boulevard. I began cooking out there,
Okay.
and he actually gave me a chance, and I would go out there, and he was like, hey, he would show me different things, and hone my skills, and hone what to do and what not to do within the restaurant. And as the fish house, that fish house, man, the line was down the street, so you know how that is. You gotta work. So and that's how I earned my chops. That's how I learned how to handle the pressure.
So where did the journey take you from New York? Where has that journey taken you, and how did you wind up back home here at the Montague Room?
Well, I actually went to culinary school because I wanted to be able to hone my skills and learn some different things, outside of, just being in just the restaurant and then picking up OGT. I wanted to learn, technical, and I wanted to learn the history. I wanted to learn, and to be competitive in this world, you have to have some kind of education. So, I decided to go to culinary school while I was married, while, I worked a third shift job so I can be able to go to culinary school.
What school?
So
what culinary school?
I went to Art Institute downtown.
Okay.
On Market Street.
All right.
Yeah. So, quick story, I wanted to go to college, but I dropped out of high school. I didn't have a high school diploma. So what I did is I went to get a GED, and I got a GED. And I'm embarrassed about it. I'm not ashamed about it. This is my story, you know. And I dropped out of high school, went and got a GED, and I went straight into apply for college. And I took the test, entrance exam, got into college, and excel in all my classes because that's something I wanted to do, and I had the passion to do it, and I loved it, and I got a great education. It taught me a lot of different things. Um, especially like me working in all over, all over. I worked for British Airlines. I
Wow.
done a lot of other. I put food on the plane. And I had to learn different things of that because when you're putting food on the airplane, you lose 20% of your taste buds. When you're flying.
Really?
So
I
we
did
had
not
to.
know
Yeah,
that. Really?
yeah, yes.
Why
So
is
when you're
that?
flying,
Why is that? Do you
because
know?
the altitude.
Okay.
What happens that altitude changes the way that your brain responds to certain things. It's sensory, taste, smell, and all
Wow.
those things. Yeah. So when they tell you to have a couple of drinks on the plane, have a couple because once you land, they're gonna call a stretch for you if you have about 5 or 6. You're gonna be slammed.
That's
Yeah.
interesting. I had
So
never heard that, Chef Kevin, that you lose
yeah.
20% of your sense of taste when you fly. Wow, amazing.
Yeah. So that's why they give you like peanuts and with like salt on it.
Yes, that's true.
So
Hmm.
right. So they want you to be able to taste it. And with British Airlines, it was 50, if they're paying $15,000 for a plane ticket, they want the best food.
Yeah,
So
right.
yeah. So you gotta step it up a little bit. So and different kind of allergies. And
Yeah.
in Europe, it's 14 different kind of allergies you got to be careful of. Here is only 8.
Hmm.
So I had to go back and did a lot of more studying. I did a lot of more, a lot more of educating myself to be the best. You know, and I actually opened the kitchen here for British Airline when they first started flying out of Charleston.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So I did the very first flight.
No
Yeah,
kidding. Wow. When was
yeah,
that?
yeah. It was right before COVID. So we did when they first started flying out of Charleston, right in Charleston
Hmm.
Airport.
Wow.
Yeah, they built like a $10 million kitchen over there, and
So they have a
I was
kitchen in a certain part of the airport, and you prepare the food, and then they take it and put it on the plane.
yes, yes, yes. It's heavily guarded. It's heavily because of it's international, so you got to go through a whole
Yes.
process, getting it on there because everything on the plane has to be cold because we put it in blast chillers, cool it down to actually get it on the plane, and they heat it up on these what you call turbo chef ovens to make the food hot. Everything
Wow.
has to be cold, and that's just the way the process is because you don't want bacteria or anything because bacteria grows faster at high altitude.
Wow. Man, I'm
Yeah.
learning a lot here. I did not know that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
now you wind up at the Montague Room, man. So why don't you talk about the menu, the specialty, and what makes the Montague Room so unique and special, just when it comes just to the food alone. Not to mention, I mean, the bar, and I always tell folks they got all the top shelf because back in the day, we got relatives. They couldn't say liquor. They'd be like liquor. So they got all the top
Yes.
shelf liquor.
Liquor.
But talk
Yeah.
about the menu, man, and talk about your specialties.
So the menu we have a diverse menu, and what we did is we tried what we didn't try. What we did is we kind of pair some of the sauces and the foods to the liquor that we serve. So one
Okay.
of the wings that we have in which I created the sauce is called a tequila sunrise wings, and
Wow.
it actually has tequila inside of it. It has some hints of orange and it has a hint of zestiness to it. So if you have you can pair it with a tequila sunrise and certain other things that you would want to eat, and you get that pair with that type of wing.
Wow.
We have a white wine pasta, which is technically a classic French dish. Beurre blanc is what you call cold butter, and we actually use wine and cold butter. It comes with shrimp, scallops, mussels. You know what I mean? It's an awesome dish. You know what I mean? It's the best dish that you can. That's one of our top sellers here. And also, I actually put a little bit of Caribbean on it too as well because we serve oxtails as well.
Oh, really?
We got
Okay.
yeah, we do. And and I can't be biased because our top seller is our seafood Montague. We name it, after the Montague room. Seafood Montague is, fried flounder, shrimp, fish, and the crab cake and the lobster tail. All that on one plate, fried.
Well, I hear like you all steaks is especially. I hear that you all got a mean steak game too. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, our steak is mean. We got two steaks on our menu. We have tomahawk steak and we have ribeye. Our ribeye actually comes, from an exclusive, dealer that we deal with because they're 28 days aged, before it gets to us. So it's nice. The marbling is nice, and we get the same flavor. It's not too fatty. And it's always fresh and it always tastes the same because we get it from the same distributor. Some people go to like different markets and buy it because they want to buy the cheapest one. So we didn't go that route. We stayed. It's a little more expensive, but you can tell by the taste of it and the way it cooks. So that's what we stayed on.
So I know you got some other exciting things coming up, Chef. So let's talk about, because I know we talked off camera. Let's talk about your cookbook that you got coming with the Montague Room. And I know that there was a challenge that you wanted to issue. So, you are my guest. It's your show today, so you can put that out. But let's talk about that cookbook, man, and let everybody know where they can follow you on social media, and if they want to get some information about menus, and maybe some ballers out there that want to see if they can, do the private chef. I'm sure that there's a number for that. So if y'all want to, you want to treat your woman really nice, and you want to hire Chef Kevin for a night to just, kind of come to the how do like the whole private chef thing, he can tell you all about that.
Yeah, sure. So there's a number of things that we're going to be start to do on the Montague Room. So of course everything's a process to get it launched and get it done because we're still new. So coming soon we're going to have a Montague Room cookbook. And also, we also are actually branding our sauces, the sauces that we use here. Our tequila sauce is going to be branded that you actually can buy here. And we also going to put it into a couple of suppliers around the area so you can be able to buy it instead of, I know it's like Chick-fil-A put their sauces on the shelf. Montague is going to put our sauces on the shelf as well.
I love it. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and a couple other things too, we are, looking to, venture out inside the community to actually have some training for some inner city youth. That's one of my passions. I want to be able to teach the inner city youth, cooking and how to survive, some cooking skills, so that they have something to fall back on when they get into a tight spot. Those one of the things that are passion of mine.
I'm glad you went there, Chef, because I was going to go there too. So we'll talk. Definitely talk about the challenge in a second, and then make sure you give everybody all your social media platforms to follow you. But for all the young brothers and sisters who might be watching right now, what was the most important lesson that you learned? Maybe it was a mistake you made, but I always tell people that if you get something wrong, don't look at it as like an L, like you lost. It's a lesson. It's a life lesson. So what was the most important lesson you learned, and what's the best piece of advice that someone gave you as a chef that maybe you could pass on to some young aspiring brothers and sisters, or maybe not so young that would like to be a chef?
Well, one of my mentors and he's actually a chef, and I was a knucklehead.
I love it. You see, that's what I love about you, Kevin. See, we've known each other for a minute now. I love your energy because we got the same energy. I entertain folks. Hosting and emceeing and doing stand up and all. And you just got the energy. You just keeping it real. What you see with Chef Kevin, trust me, is what you gonna get. That's
transparent. Yeah, I was a knucklehead and I didn't listen. And when you don't listen, you miss a lot of things in life. So I began to slow down and I began to listen. And one of my culinary instructors told me, he said, listen, you got to have the 3 P's: pride, passion, and professionalism.
Mm. Say that
And
again,
that's
because that can apply
pride.
in any area of life to make you successful. I love that. If you don't mind, tell them that again. Y'all need to jot this down or remember it.
It's the 3 P's: pride, passion, and professionalism. Those work hand in hand with any career or
Yes.
anything that you do.
Yes.
God give us passions and give us gifts, and we have to be able to take care of them because that's a gift from God. And I take mine very seriously, and I don't let anybody exploit that or let anybody take advantage of it. And that's what I learned.
So, and that's some great advice. So, listen, let's talk about this challenge, because you and I had a conversation at the Montague Room, and you were discussing it. I'm like, well, come on, Chef, come on the show, and let's talk about it. Go ahead and put the word out there. Go ahead and issue that challenge, and when you finish, be sure to give everybody, like I say, all your social media contact information, or if they want to, if you do it, if they want to contract you out, maybe they're having a private event and they want to have this top shelf chef, then how can they contact you, or how can they get in contact with you, I should say.
So what the challenge that Geno is speaking about is that a lot of us we look for, I guess, bragging rights, or that people want to have, say I'm the best, I'm this, and all that is fine and good, but let's take it another notch up. So I want to have mystery baskets, right?
Okay.
And if anyone wants to do a challenge, I don't want you to go and practice something. I want a mystery basket challenge. Something that you're going to have to think off of your feet. You don't know what's in that basket. And you only got 30 minutes, not an hour, 30 minutes. Because if you got the A game and if you're good enough, then you can be able to do it. So 30 minutes. I'll find a location where we can be able to do it. And I got the judges. We'll link up the judges. And hey, I'm ready. And yeah, of course, it's going to be a cash value to it. You know what I mean? I can back it up and I can put my own money towards it. But I want to challenge anybody who's have on my caliber or who's coming up. I'm not just saying that nobody is less than me, but I know where I'm at. So I want to get them to that. So we want to have mystery basket challenge, and it'd be something fun that all the local chefs around here, who's have other entities, other operators, or other people who want to join. Of course, doors are open.
I love it. So let's make that happen.
And,
so let everybody know.
You can MC it, and you can be. Listen,
Dude,
I'd rather you be it.
Chef, I'm already there. I done already gave myself a job. I'm already there as your host, and not the king. I'm the king of MCs. But I'm saying I got to figure out a way. I want to stream this, do a special live version where the show is live, but live on location, and carry this live, because it sounds like we got a reality show right there, a real reality show.
A real reality show right in Charleston, because a lot of us, we don't think, I like to think outside of the box, and I think that will be something very interesting for us to do. It's not to be talking smack, but bring your A game, because I'm gonna bring mine.
And
I'm gonna dig in my bag,
because we got about a minute and a half left. They have an incredible brunch in about 30 seconds. Tell them about your Sunday brunch, and then you got a live jazz saxophone player that's doing the Sunday brunch from noon until 3. You want to tell them about that real quick?
Hey, yeah, come on. Our Sunday brunch is it's very tasty. We got a few dishes on there. Like we have a crab cakes. You can get all the seafood you want. We have the grits is off the chain. Everything is seafood hash. That's a hash brown with seafood and onions and peppers, topped with a hollandaise sauce. So come out and get some good food. And enjoy the ambiance, relax, and listen to some live music.
So to make this challenge happen, so Chef Kevin, we got about 60 seconds. Give him your social media contact, and you all can slide in his DM or message him or whatever you need to do, and we're gonna make this thing happen. So let everybody know where they can follow you and contact you on social media, or if they want to, like I said, if they want to hire you as a private chef, what do they need to do?
So right now, I'm currently having my all my platforms under one platform because I got like 3 different ones. So you can contact me now at Chef Kevin A. Griffin at gmail.com. Chef Kevin A. Griffin at gmail.com.
And Griffin is Griffin, like Nancy.
I-N.
Gotcha. All right.
Yes.
Chef Kevin, my man, look, I can't wait for this challenge. Oh, dude, we're going to blow this thing big. We got to carry it live on YouTube, special edition, the Geno Jones Show live on location. I can't wait. I can't wait to MC it. Hell, I can't wait to taste some of the food to see what's going on. I know it's going to be off the chain. Hey.
Yeah, it's gonna be more. It's I want to bring mix it up in Charleston. We do the same thing over and over and over. Just mix it up.
And so the hours days are Wednesday through Sunday, correct?
Wednesday through Sundays. We start at 5 o'clock. The kitchen closes at 10. But the live band stops at well, I can't even give you end time because sometimes these guys get into it and they don't know when to cut it off. So,
I know. Usually about 8:30.
Yeah.
I know Fridays, we used to start around 8:39. Then they do a second set around 10:30, 11. Heck, last weekend it was past going on 1 o'clock damn near. So
yeah.
A 5060 Montague. 5060 Dorchester Road, the Montague Room, 5060 Dorchester Road, 5060 Dorchester Road, the Montague Room. Chef Kevin, family, I'll see you this weekend celebrating your birthday. And thank you for being a guest. Y'all got to check out this food when y'all go in there and you get some food. Just tell Chef Kevin to stick his head out of the kitchen. We saw him on Geno's show. So we'll see you this weekend. Happy birthday early, brother. I appreciate your time. Thank you for such an inspirational story, too. I'm sure there's some young brothers and sisters watching that you have inspired to say, well, you know what? He did it. I can do it, too. Thank you for sharing that with my viewers.
One quick thing I would like to say after, I would like to give Jerome Hayward one big thank you because that man had a vision, and it's here.
Yes, my
Thank
dude.
you.
Big shout out to Jerome Hayward, my guy. Thank you, Chef Kevin. We'll see you this weekend.
All right, man. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. All right, that's my dude. And I love his energy. He definitely, he's as real as you're going to find. Like I said, the same energy you just saw on camera, that's him in person. All right, let me get out of here. Thank you for letting me be a part of your life. As always, God bless each and every one of you, and especially you. Programming note, Wednesday, August 30th, there's no scheduled live show. The best of the Geno Jones Show. We will be having, the Hurricane Idalia will be a tropical storm. So it would have weakened by the time it gets in this area, according to the National Weather Service, the Weather Channel, and all the local channels. So around this time, we will start to get some of the wind, nothing major, just rain and possible flooding. We have areas here that flood pretty easily. So there's already a tropical storm warning for this section, the Charleston metro area. So, which means that there's a good chance we might lose power during the time I come to you live. So, but you know me, I love y'all and I love doing this show live. So there's no scheduled live show, but if you get a notification, all those who subscribe to the show, which is another reason why you should subscribe, along with the fact that pretty soon I'll be getting a check from YouTube. I need about 30 new subscribers right now and continue to do it. But all my subscribers, you get a notification that says, hey, the Geno Jones Show is live right now on Live and in Living Color. So if you get that notification, don't be surprised. But there's no scheduled live show for Wednesday. So it's the best of the binge watching Geno Jones Show. So the best of the Geno Show, binge watch all my back episodes. We will definitely return the next live edition Thursday, August 31st. Definitely 6:30 p.m. So binge watch all the back episodes tomorrow. But don't be surprised if you get a notification, all right? I want to shout out to everybody watching me live, of course, my number one fan, my mother, Mary Dixon. Shout out to O'Shea Laborde. My man O'Shea, he's the talent booker for the Montague Room. He was my guest about 2 weeks ago. Right around his birthday, as a matter of fact. I think it was the day after his birthday, to talk about all the live entertainment Once again, shout out to Chef Kevin from the chef for the head chef at the Montague Room, 5060 Dorchester Road in North Charleston, South Carolina. All right, be safe, everybody. Let's pray for those in the part of Florida, apparently the northwest part of Florida, the area would kind of bend the curve, which is the northwest part of the state, in the Panhandle area. Looks like the storm could enter that area as a Category 3 hurricane, pretty strong. So we want to lift him up in prayer, just all those who may be in the path. But we're just going to experience basically a tropical storm, which is, if you live in Chicago or LA, a tropical storm is just like, it's not even like a severe thunderstorm. It's not. Sometimes little small tornadoes break out, but it's just a tropical storm. Is just you get like downpours, and a lot of times sometimes you get like lightning. But I noticed tropical storms, you don't get like typical, like in the Midwest thunderstorms, thunder and lightning. You don't really get that. You get, in some cases, tropical storms. It's just sometimes it can be windy, like a windy thunderstorm. But they go, unless the storm is a slow-moving storm, it passes quick and then the sun comes out. So tropical storm is a little different, But, with the rain, if you live in an area that can flood, then that could, because water is what kills people. The number one killer when it comes to natural disasters is not wind, it's water. Storm surge, flooding. People think they can drive through. They see like a road flooded out. They think they can plow through it, and then it only takes a couple feet of water, and you lose control of your car. The car's going to float. So you have to be careful, because water is the most dangerous part of any major storm, like a hurricane. Or when they tell you it's a flood warning, listen to them. When they say, turn around, don't drown, turn around. Don't try to drive through that flooded road, because if it's a road you're not familiar with, you don't know how deep that water is. So, just a note to the wise, or just a note for the wise. Be careful, be safe, because I want you around so you can watch the show. Once again, shout out to Mr. Markel Bailey. He is the official barber and hairstylist for the Geno Jones Show. As a matter of fact, I went straight from the chair to the camera. Straight from the chair on camera. Camera ready. CEO of Designer Cuts in the Charleston, South Carolina metro area. Check him out on Instagram and his work. Kelbe Cutting Up. KELBECUTTINUP. Allie Jones, the official wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. I like to call it the drip director. Directing the drip, the style, the fashion. Check her and her collection, her LX.NCL collection. She is taking commission orders. She has a special crochet collection. She did a summer crochet line, swimsuits, crochet tops, leggings, handbags, scullies, little beanies, but she's doing a special fall-winter crochet collection line. The LX.N, like Nanette, CL, underscores that little dash at the bottom, off to the right, at the very end of LX.NCL. They call it underscore, which is just that little dash, like underneath, down at the bottom. LX.NCL underscore. Check out her LX.NCL collection. Mr. Bruce Gage, also wardrobe consultant and stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check out his signature line, the Mario Uomo collection, the Flyball collection, and more on Instagram. Miglio D Mario Uomo, MIGLIO DIMARIO UOMO MIGLIO DIMARIO UOMO. Have a great rest of your day, afternoon, evening, night. Remember, programming note, there's no scheduled live show on Wednesday. It is the best of the Geno Jones Show, the best of binge watching my show. All your back episodes that you missed, check them out. We are approaching our 30-year anniversary. We want to do something special for like a whole week. I'll tell you more about that later. However, please tell everybody that has not subscribed to subscribe, share, screen grab, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. I'm less than 30 new subscribers away from becoming a YouTube partner. That means I'm less than 30 new subscribers away from securing that bag, getting a check from YouTube. You'll see the YouTube ads. I have my own ads that I went out and got for the Geno Jones Show. So continue to support the Geno Jones Show, my media company, Geno Media, supporting black-owned businesses. Because if we don't support each other, and anybody's welcome to be a sponsor and support, but, making black-owned businesses has never been a priority in this country. So we just got to keep it 1,000. Tell the truth, shame the devil, as my grandmother Jean Jones would say, who I'm named after. Jeannie, tell the truth, shame the devil. It was one of my mother's favorite words, and I know where she got it. She got it from her mother, my grandmother. Tell the truth, shame the devil. Yes, that's what we do here on the Geno Jones Show. So prayers for our brothers and sisters, our fellow Americans in Maui, out in Southern California, definitely in Florida, as problematic as the state is, and that racist ass governor. There's some beautiful people in Florida. Shout out and many prayers to the families of those who were murdered by that cowardly racist that killed himself. So our prayers out to the people, especially the brothers and sisters in Jacksonville, Florida. But our prayers to anyone who may be in the path of that hurricane while it's strong, because it's going to enter the northwest part of that state as a Category 3. So we're praying for everybody. That's how I do it. Full stop. All right, everybody. We'll see you live, definitely Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. However, keep your eye out. If you get a notification from me from the show saying, oh, the Geno Jones Show is on live tomorrow, but there's no live show scheduled because we might be facing a power outage. So definitely Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. But tomorrow at 6:30, you can just come and binge watch. But you don't have to wait till 6:30. You can binge watch anytime you want. You can go to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel, because there is content for you. There is a show for you 24/7, 365 days. And on a leap year, it's going to be 366 and a half days. All right. I love everybody. I love you. Thank you for watching. Pray for peace. Be blessed. I'll holla.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.
The second annual Charleston Trucking Expo is rolling back to Chucktown. Join us Saturday, September 16th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Ladson Exchange Park to get the latest info and resources about the industry that keeps the world moving. There will be industry speakers, local vendors, raffle giveaways, CDL scholarships, a truck show, a food truck park, kids zone, and so much more. Bring the whole family. Kids are free. The second annual Charleston Trucking Expo, Saturday, September 16th.